Good riddance, Man United. Good riddance, Victor Gyokeres. Red flags all over. I told you guys, if you thought this Gyokeres situation is going to be done overnight just because, apparently, I hear he chose Arsenal. Web, you lied. He chose Arsenal over Man United. Oh, calm down. Don't shout at me, gun. Come on, calm down. Do you know what has just happened? Arsenal now have frozen any negotiations for Victor Gyokeres. Why? Red flags. I told you about this. Red flags. It's not about he's a good player. He wants. If there are red flags all over you, you're not for United. Omar Berada made it clear. We are not making the mistakes these Glazers were making before. No player is bigger than Man United. No player, if you're poorly represented, these player representatives really spoil things for these players. I'm telling you, with Gyokeres, he might end up like Osimhen. Either loaned somewhere first before he ends up in some club when he's probably 28 or even almost 30. I'm telling you, it is unfolding so fast, and it's sort of giving us a biting expose of the kind of player we were trying to bring into what we are building. I'll tell you what, I would stick to the rest. Hugo Ekitike, Man United has been stepping up talks for him, but the price. Mbeumo, what's going on? Is he going to make a U-turn and choose to stay in London, in the comfort of London? I mean, honestly, it's not easy to choose Manchester over London if you've got an able option. If you're at Brentford, United wants you, it's a no-brainer. But now Tottenham comes into the picture, same coach who made you, staying in London where your family has been for years. So probably it gives you a thought, oh, can I, stay? But listen, don't you think that the brand Mbeumo deal is done? It's not done at all. Things are still unfolding, and Man United is still in business. Like, share, and subscribe. Drop a comment and let me know how you're feeling today. I honestly feel, there are those days where I've been telling you about Gyokeres, how I felt, he's for United. But of course, I always left that window of saying it's not a given. It could happen and he goes elsewhere because he's the hottest striker in the world. But honestly, I don't feel bad that he seems to be destined to Arsenal. First of all, because I appreciate and acknowledge the fact that Arsenal is currently doing better than Man United. Gyokeres is 27. That's the prime of his career. This is the time he should be winning Premier League titles and Champions League trophies. Arsenal probably present a project that would give him that more than Man United, even if he would love to play for Man United. He's the missing piece, clearly. He's a kind of striker, the level of striker they need right now to try and break into the next step of winning titles. Remember, Mikel Arteta now, by the way, is the second longest serving manager at a club in the Premier League, behind Pep Guardiola. Before it was Thomas Frank in number 2, he was third. Now he's 2 after Frank moved to Spurs. So certainly the pressure to win titles is there. And a striker like Gyokeres certainly is what they need to try and believe. Not that it's not a guarantee they would win titles. It's not their thing, honestly. Winning titles is a thing they try, but it's not their thing. They win community shields and FA Cup titles, but that's for another day. So Gyokeres' situation is still twisting and turning. I told you, if you think the Gyokeres situation is done, hold your hand in your chest and tell yourself that you're naive. Don't you be naive like that. These things are going to keep unfolding. The transfer window is opening again tomorrow. Trust you me, a lot of things are going to happen. And I warned you this before, way back. I told you expect bidding wars in this summer because I saw this. So better put your respect to my name. Those of you who get excited just because he said Gyokeres, finally chose Arsenal. Fabrizio said. Oh, calm down. Just calm down and come and learn how to earn online. Come from wherever you are. Come learn how does the internet pay. You stop wasting, just burning your data and time and being scammed by scammers all over this internet. Come and learn how does it work. Now, let me get it to you. Of course, it's a weekend, and I'm allowed to. I don't remember last time I put on a cap like this, but how do I look? It confuses my forehead. Anyway, so there are talks now that are suggesting that Inter Milan are stepping up their interest in Rasmus Hojlund because they believe now that Man United is at a point where, because they seem to be in a hunt for a striker, and all strikers they're pointing at seem to be expensive, so they certainly will need some money. And I think in the striker department, clearly Man United might be in a proper sell to buy situation, just like it is, I told you, for the goalkeeper. So Inter Milan, who have wanted for long to sign Rasmus Hojlund, apparently have got a chance to talk to him, presented to him their project, and he seems to buy into it and could be open to the idea of joining them should Manchester United proceed and say, Hojlund, your surplus requirements, you're leaving. So we are there at that point. Remember, 40 million or thereabout is what Man United would be wanting. Already, they have stepped up what they expect from Garnacho to 70. Of course, to knock out a few cheap, broke clubs like Bayer Leverkusen, who are also trying to go for him. So I think United are already now looking at how much money they can bring in for sale of players. Now, speaking of now players they bring in now, if they sell whoever, of course, Anton as well, Fabrizio confirmed, I think he hinted on it, seriously, that Anthony will be leaving on a permanent, most probably. So where he goes, that would be another question. But some money will be coming in. We know that Jadon Sancho will go. So Man United can collect a cool, probably just under 150 million probably from the sale of players. Now if you look at, if they have already some money to buy the likes of Mbeumo, which Mbeumo deal is not a guarantee yet, but I think, again, strongly, like I've been saying, I still think Man United has an edge over Spurs. But Man United, whereas they can try to raise the funds for the 210s, they certainly might need to sell to buy a goalkeeper if a midfielder is needed and a striker. So they seem to be seeing where that money is going to come. But now, the players they are looking at to sign, especially in the striker position, I told you before, guys, that if Manchester United can spend 62.5 million on a 10 on Cunha, they certainly probably have the money or are willing to spend more on a striker. That's why they are going into, and in fact, they are believed to have stepped up their interest in Hugo Ekitike. His boys scored, I think, about 22 goals in all competitions for Frankfurt last season. And there is a certain unanimous belief, that is a hot striker. Beautiful, huge prospect. If you see it on the eye, he's good. But is he good enough for that fee, especially for a team like Man United and his age and his, inexperience? Debatable maybe, but if Liverpool, Chelsea, and Man United now feel that about him, probably he is. So they know the market. So Ekitike is now seriously being considered. It seems now that United, because it has emerged now that Man United were divided on Gyokeres, whereas Amorim knew the player and he wanted him and his backroom staff knew him. There were certain core people, because it's not about the coach, because you do know what happened with Erik ten Hag. If these coaches are given the liberty to bring in players that they want, that they have worked with, usually, if it doesn't work, it's going to take the coach or the manager. But the new structure at Ineos encourages a team. The coach, yes, has a say in it, but there is a director of football. There is a CEO who also knows about football. So it's a collective. So certain people, I think, voted against Gyokeres, and with these red flags that were being signaled around him, United opted to pull out and perhaps go for a younger player who is maybe almost in the same price and at least look ahead. But that's why they went for Ekitike, who has always been, of course, as one of the options on the list. But also there are people who are again suggesting that Man United could even go for two, that they go for Ekitike and Victor Osimhen. Are they going to break the bank? Will they rob Peter to pay Paul? Where will they find that money? That will be the question. Now, with United and money now, we cannot all pretend to know where they're getting this money. I think they are okay somehow. The accountants Ineos brought in are showing results. The changes they made are showing results. We don't know how much money they are able to save for the team, but at least what we know, whatever Ineos did when they took over, was to try and save as much money as possible to support Amorim in this summer, to support him buying players. So probably they have got some good money. So guys, eyes on the prize. The prize is who is the right number 9 that Man United is going to bring and add to what they are building. Could it be Osimhen? Is it Ekitike? Or can they still get Victor Gyokeres? If you ask me, perhaps the red flags are enough for United to pull out of Gyokeres. But again, in Amorim, I trust. Whoever he zeroes down on, I will back to the latter, by the way. I will back to the bond. So that's the situation. It's not done. It's unfolding. Spurs and Mbeumo is also looking frozen per se, if I would say that. But I think by tomorrow we should be hearing some progress on that, because Man United is not going to stay there. I mean, there are options of what's in place. There's likes of Eze, the likes of Semenyo. These are backups, but the main guy is Mbeumo, and United still feel they are in cruise control in trying to get him, because they put in a first official bid, and then they have been discussing the prospect of a second bid, which could be going in probably tomorrow when the window opens. So the talks are ongoing, things are unfolding. Guys, some red flags for me mean one thing: take off. There are options. Take off. But Amorim is on the wheel. Let's trust him. Just like I should trust you to make the right decision with your life and your future on the internet, because the internet is part of us. It's not leaving. It's not going. No prayer is going to send the internet away, because this is the world. God planned that the world will change the way it has changed with the internet. And if there is one thing, I don't think there's anything that has changed the world like the internet. I don't think it's there. Before, you wouldn't see me if you're watching me from the Gambia, Sierra Leone. I teach a lot of people from the Gambia, Sierra Leone, Zambia, Malawi, from Zimbabwe, people from Seychelles, is it? Seychelles Islands. How on earth were you going to follow me and enjoy this beautiful Man United talk if it wasn't for the internet? That's how much the world has changed. Guys, the world has changed. The cheese has moved. Follow the cheese. Stop staying stagnated. Move with the world. Otherwise, the faster it goes, if you're the more you continue lagging behind, it's going to leave you, and this world will feel like it's not home for you. You'll be out of place. You won't get it, because you refuse to be open to how things happen. People are earning new money. New money now is on the internet. It's legal money. Come and understand this new money. How can you get it as well from wherever you are? You can, whether you're male or female, educated or not, for as long as you can reach the internet. That's all you need, meaning you've got a brain to know how to get yourself there to the internet. That's all I need. I don't need your qualifications and education. And this day and age, I don't know, even when I was still in the employed life, I mean, the media, BBC and all these organizations never cared about your qualifications. Never cared about. No one now cares about which papers you have. Guys, don't you undermine yourself because you're not so educated. Don't you do that. Again, that goes back to one thing: you do not embrace the idea that the internet has changed the world. Education is not the formal thing you used to know. Come and learn this internet and earn from it. It's very important, guys. As we enjoy the transfer talk, the window that's going to open tomorrow, the business is going to start officially. Do also know that there is business on the internet, and it's good business. It can change your life, your family, and everyone you care about for good, for eternity. Think about it and make use of that number down there on your screen. Peace, love, and harmony. My name is Webb. Guys, things are unfolding, and I love it. I love it. Cheers.